Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Journal Nest and saying I am so glad to have you here. This is a late night video. I think probably the latest I've ever made, but you actually may just be thinking, what is she doing? Well, what Kate is doing is about to tell you a quick but wonderful story of a day at the Green Door Studios. Today I was out for my first ever workshop with Beck from Sobe. And what awaited us there were these beautiful pink boxes and the wonderful Beck herself. And during the day, we just got to chat and make and laugh. And that is really the joy of bringing us all together and celebrating what we do. So sitting on my pink box is a little pin cushion that a few people have picked up today and admired. And Becca herself said, "Oh, Kate, when are you going to do a toot on that?" So I just thought, many of you as subbies have seen this before, but I'm so blessed that some of you like my work that I'm going to share that to come. And I'm also been hinting that I'm about to start my separate crochet playlist, and part of that will be teaching you how to, if you want to know, how to make all sorts of crochet pin cushions. Easy, only take minutes, a bit of stitching, and you can have so much fun. So that's the 3 circles. And let's open the box. Beck is the most wonderful person, and she tells us so many stories. This is my empty box now, but just before we get to the main piece, treasures abounded. Zippers, threads, needles. That's a bit of Rachel in there. Beautiful threads, and so many bits of braid, and it was just open slather. We could go and choose whatever we liked. So that box is staying full of treasures. And as I said, it's late and I may not actually do very much, but I'm going to take you through. We had so much opportunity to chat and share and to look at Beck's amazing collection of pieces that will continue to be added to the main piece, which I'm not mentioning yet. And also the beautiful Inga was there, and after lunch she came round and gifted each of us with, oh, I can't bear to open that, Inga. Thank you so much. Such a lovely lady. And talking about lovely ladies, it was such a joy to be joined around the table today by 2 of my subbies, Sandra and Carol, who had come down from Sydney. And I just have to say, at the end of the afternoon, they showed me, Sandra showed me her nest and then her pouch of joy, which I haven't got my pouch of joy down here. I might show that another time. And Carol too. And I honestly, tingles doesn't describe it. I actually was moved to tears by the makings of these wonderful women who are just such wonderful humans and smile so much. And just to know that I'm speaking to so many of you, and that just a little bit of my joy is being shared and helping you create means the world. So thank you. And on that note, of course, to the beautiful Beck of Sobe and her friend Debbie. So shout out again, and just so thrilled that my friendships and meeting of people is continuing. Okay, so why have I got my nest there? Because this is what I travel with now to my workshops or sewing groups, filled with all sorts of bits and pieces that you will have recognized. So Beck gave us so many things, but I also took out a few of my regulars. Where's my whites? Can't find them. I've done some chopping today. Yeah, this one you've seen a lot. Gradually heroing each of those bits of flowers. Okay, so for the main piece, I'm going to go to the inside first. Oh, I can't really because I've got scraps in there. Beck gave us all a piece of wadding that was covered with this most beautiful linen that you probably can't see here. And then we had the opportunity to just go and harvest her bits of embroidery and such beautiful quality, and then make it our own. We didn't have to make anything in particular, but I saw this shape and this proportion and thought immediately of a pouch. So here is the hot pink zipper. Kate has never ever hand sewn a zipper in. I wanted to come home and finish that before I filmed, but we went out. Oh, we had so much fun. So yet again, if you ever get a chance to come to the Green Door Studios, hosted by Zoe, just do it, because it's a meeting of minds and hearts and souls. So, well, I thought I'd come home and make this, but I haven't yet, but I want you to get the impression. So hot pink zipper. In the kit were these bits of tape measure, yo-yos or Suffolk puffs, as I said, our own selection, and then each kit had pieces of fabric that if the colours didn't suit, we could swap. So I suppose this side of the garden or pouch has got bits of Kate that she took with her, and then I've started to applicate over the top. Oh, I'll come back to the hot pink. Oh no, I better tell you. This was quite subdued for me, and by the afternoon I was knitting some pops. So here's a little heart that I crocheted last night to keep practicing, and I'm going to teach hearts in my crochet tutorials. Added some little fluffy bits there. Suffolk poke. Why am I saying that? Suffolk puff embroideries. You can read those. But I also took out. Was working on this on my field notes. Where is it? This piece of crochet, and the beautiful Missy was sitting beside me, and lo and behold, in the flash of an eye, she had turned some of her lace trim into the most beautiful shade of mauve purple that she needed. And I said, how did you do that? And she said, I used Intense. Is that what they are called? They're like inks. So this is Kate's first attempt here on that. One of you subbies said they were grapes, and I think they are. So I coloured them with some yellow and some pink, and then where is it? I got a larger piece of doily. Now this is the breakthrough for me. So this was our usual ecru coloured doily with crochet on the side, and with these intense, are they called pens, crayons? I don't know. They look like coloured pencils, but I listened to what Missy did, so I coloured them in this bit, then put it into water, scrunched it, and put it on the fireplace to dry, and it's ended up in this beautiful variegated orangey yellow, and that is so me. And then, hey, I was so me at so be, and I love that. Sorry, shout out to you, Beck. Thank you for your inspiration. And then I've just done messy running stitch over the top, and then while that was drying, I said to Beck I need some more pop, and I haven't brought enough out with me. So lo and behold, Beck arrived with this amazing fluoro cord or a wool. It's just really, really thick. So I quickly crocheted this bit and then made a giant flower. Now I'm not particularly happy with all the proportions of the petals, and again, some of you may know that I can see lots of sea creatures in my work. It may be a little too much like a starfish, but I'm working on it. I started to stitch some down here, and then over the top I put another piece of that grape, this one, okay, but I colored it, and look at that. I think that's just so organic, and that makes me happy. Underneath it is a bigger Suffolk yo-yo, I'll call them those, and then that'll be easier, and some florals. Little bits of gingham that I haven't used before, and I just love the way it's coming together. I've stitched down this piece with rough blanket stitch. This side is still to go. So I have threaded up something somewhere. I'm not sure how much stitching we'll get done, but any stitching is good stitching, and the fact that I am full of joy at the end of a big day is just a tribute to what all of us love doing, and that's making, and especially if we have a chance to gather together and make, share life stories, always supportive and always inspiring to go around the table and see what people create. And as I said to earlier, Beck gave us all this magical pink box. We did not know what was in it, but then generously said, if you don't like what's in your box, just go over to the table and swap it. So absolutely love that. So on top of my intense dyed, we're just doing, I couldn't go straight to blanket stitch because I wanted to do a calming stitch around the edge. So how are you? I'm only giggling because I'm just thinking how dark it is, and my friends in the southern hemisphere are probably, if not in bed, thinking about bed. And so we're in that mid-evening time. But even if you're getting tired and sleepy or just waking up for the day, just know that I'm with you and sharing, I hope, my happiness and joy with you. Truly, to meet, in fact, I think Sandra and Carol, you are the first ever subbies that I've met in person, other than my friends and family who live very close here. So that, and to see that you love making too and hear your stories was just a joy. So heart overflowing. And as I said, I could not believe the quality of the work around the table from everyone. So thank you, Zoe, for giving us the opportunity to learn with Beck. So yeah, I'm fancying this little bit of hot pink stitching. Beck used the quote, perfect imperfection, a number of times today, and I thought that's probably what we all need to remember, that life is like that, and we just need to be free to do the things that make us happy, take the time for ourselves. So just the other thing Beck gave us, actually, as I just think about that now, is the fabric to use as the lining. So she didn't say we had to make a pouch, but if we were, we had a zipper and a lining. And so I'm looking forward. As I said, I thought I might be able to come home and do that part, but why rush a beautiful project? Maybe I should leave this open to help me put the zipper and the lining in. I actually don't know how to do any of that. It's one thing I have never done, is sewn in, hand sewn a zipper. So because of that, let's just instead use this stitch, whether we call it rustic or naive or running or cantha. At this point, for me, it's just about starting to embellish. Just hold those ones down and let the rest of these float. And the joy is that the story gets to continue tomorrow, that some of us are going back to the green door and doing a second day with Beck, and this time we're focused on a vintage needlebook. So I'm just pinching myself. Can I be able to be doing that after years and years and years and years of a day job where you didn't get enough mind space to even be making anything, to now this absolute luxury? And I realize that not all of us can have that, so I just share that because I suppose I just want to tell you I feel blessed. I don't take it for granted, and the reason I'm on this channel, as I was talking to Sandra and Carol at dinner, is I was encouraged to share, and that's why I'm doing it. And I'm actually a little embarrassed many times, but I suppose when I hear that it gives you ideas or helps you get through long days, whichever way, let's just all be in it together. Right, I do want to tell you that I feel that I've got a gap here. And this fabric is beautiful, but it isn't got a ready-made heart that I did. Don't think that's right either. Quick look around. might just snip this. This is, I think I shared when I got this doily, so stained and so loved, which makes it so soft. And it continues to be used in multiple places. Do you love the solid pink? And these are pink insides, and if I use that like that, this flower leads up here to the numbers. So because I have thread, and as I do say, until the thread runs out, let's just secure this. With this pink. I hope you can see this just absolutely beautiful pink embroidery down there, and I think that was my inspiration for the piece. I just thought that is so delicate, and so Kate has been, we had a few laughs during the day. Kate has been quite restrained with her colours, but once I saw this pink, it started to pop. Okay, there we are. So that's stitched down. I've got cotton, and let's see if we can join. So I think Beck took some photos of these pieces of work around the table, and again I say it was such a joy, like just to look all the way down a long table and see all the pink boxes, all our different projects. Again, just safe and with the freedom to be ourselves in our making. Okay, I think we can make one more daisy, and I want to do it here. To start joining the garden. And look at that, a few nice bits of variegation are coming out. It's a bit tough. I'm going through quite a few layers here. One more spoke, one more petal. There we go. So I may get up early in the morning and continue to work on this piece, but that's just a little glimpse of a very, very happy day at the Green Door Studios. There's Beck's box. So be. These are some of the beautiful things that we got to make. Lining still to come. Hot pink zipper for a zipper pouch. Oh, I think that's going to be, it's been a hot pink day, hasn't it, everyone? So until next time, I'm not sure when I will film again because I'm so just busy making, but do watch out for some sharing of how to make a pin cushion and slow stitching and how to crochet some sort of other size pin cushion. Okay, sending love and blessings. Sleep tight, and until next time, bye.